guy in his video here, he play a little tiny part of the video, which obviously a fabrication, that the guy was speaking to a young person, but they hide the voice of the young person, and he was talking about sex. He said, can you believe he do that? Look like this idiot, he forgot that he's a prophet, his wife is 6 years old. Hey idiot, do you have a shame, man? Actually, I posted a comment under his video, you know, here. I don't know if it's still there. Let us see if it's still there. Give me a second. Here we go. The comment's still there. What a shame he is having sex or talking about sex with the children's. Don't you know that your prophet, he had sex with 6 years old girl? I mean, those people, they are you know, shaming the man. I don't know if this is true or not, if he's speaking to the young ones about sex, but he did not do anything, like he did not sleep with any. But they are saying, and they, you know, they cannot trust the Muslims. They try always to frame anyone is against Islam to make him look like the devil. But they forgot suddenly that every single Muslim in the world is allowed to have sex with the children's following the steps of their false prophet Muhammad, who he married Aisha at the age of 6, which in the Islamic calendar, which mean she was 5 in our calendar. So if talking to somebody is under the age about 6 is evil for you, well, your prophet wife, she was a child. And not only that, he encouraged Muslim men to leave their wives who they are adult and marry children just so they can amuse them and play with them, as the story of JABIR. JABIR, a man who married a woman, she is immature. So Muhammad, he said to him, why? Hey, Muhammad, JABIR, where are you going, man? Prophet, you know, I'm newly married. Oh, did you marry a child or you marry a growing woman? No, I marry, you know, a growing woman. So he said, why? Why don't you marry a child so she can sport with you and you sport with them? Why you don't do that? So JABIR, he said to him, and obviously JABIR is have a lot more ethic than the false prophet Muhammad. He said to him, after he questioned him, why you did not marry a Jariya, little child, not just, and you will see in a second that this is not just a young girl. This is not a young girl. This is literally a child. How? Read with me carefully. So you could sport with her. Sport. The pervert Muhammad is asking a man to leave his wife who is happily married to just because she is not a child. The guy did not complain about his wife. And then the man, he answered him, says, and look at that, like excuse. He's trying to tempt him by very weird sicko. You know, pedophiles, all of them, they like children for a reason. They can amuse them easy. You do not need to prove that you are the man for a woman. Just, this is a child. You give her a candy, she is happy. So she can amuse you and you can amuse with her. I said to him, Abdullah, which is his brother, he died and he left 9 or 7 daughters behind him. I therefore did not approve the idea that I should bring a girl like them, but I prefer to bring a woman. And imagine, this is the Muslim translation. This is not Christian. I'm not reading Arabic, and this is not my translation. This is not my translation. This is the official fraud website of Sunnah.com, which I believe is run by the Deen Show. The same organization who owned the Deen Show is the same who owned this website. Can you believe it? And Eddie from the Deen Show, he is saying, can you believe it, brother? This guy is speaking to children about sex. Hypocrite, coward, liars. By the way, the standard narratives has holes, and look like all your religion about holes. And the funny is, you see holes only in people, but you don't see that your own holes. Actually, I made 2 comments, but they deleted them. They delete one. I think if I refresh my page now, by now it's going to be gone. I think so. Yeah. And then this guy, actually, I found the website have a script of the video. Muslim Central. Because, you know, if I play their video, those cowards, they flag it for copyright. So I found this website, which I believe their website too, which is giving you what he said in the video, but in chat, in text, and the timing. So here they are saying like all the bad things about this guy, brother. He is so bad. He is a very bad person. He is a crazy person, brother. Okay. Uthman ibn Affan, he burned the Quran. Obviously, he was crazy too. But let us go down, and then you will see the fraud, Eddie. And I challenge this potato to give me 15 minutes only. You know what 15 minutes? 15 minutes debate. And you will see every one of you. Actually, I called them many years ago, those cowards in the Dean show. And at that time, they have this guy, his wife, she called him useless, Yusuf State. And they say, brothers and sisters, if anyone have a question, call me. Right now, our phone line is open. So I called, and they never let me go through. And actually, I posted that in YouTube, if any of you remember. And then here, he is talking about like the Quran should be respected because there is a science. The Quran is full of science, brother. I want to share with you this. The Quran is full of science for someone who is sincere. Who is a Muslim? He agreed that the Quran is full of science. The only science I see in the Quran is a science of stupidity, where the sun sits in the murky water and the sperm is coming from the backbone and the women have a sperm coming from her ribs. But look what he said. Let me highlight for you in case the text is not clear for you. So he said here, why we have I been created? Well, actually, this is a proof the Quran to be sick and made by a sick person. According to the Quran, you are created just to worship Allah. And this is telling me that Allah is mentally ill. He created you not for any good reason, except him being selfish. Am I making things up? We can go to the yellow pages of Muhammad right now and we can check it out. Here we go. Let us open the yellow pages of Muhammad. Read and love. This is not my book. This is not my translation. This is not my answer. This is the Quran. Explain to us why Allah created everything. And I created not the jinn and human except they should worship me. This false God is lonely. He look at himself, what I want to do. I mean, come on, there's nobody care. I am alone in this universe. Let me create some Abduls and I will seduce them with endless penis. So Eddie from the Dean show, he is not telling us the reason really why Allah he created us only to worship him. The Quran is so clear, only for this reason. Actually, in Arabic it says, the translation is a kind of close to accuracy. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I did not create them for any reason, the human and the genie. And the funny, the Muslim believe in genie, and those are, you know, genie is, or everybody knows that genies is a fiction stories about a creature does not exist. This is not a demon. Many Christians, they think that when the Muslim they say genie, they mean demon. Those are the ignorant Christians who do not know what they are talking about. I saw many of them, they claim to be priests. They think Muslim, they believe in the same thing as we do. Muslim don't believe in anything we do. Even Jesus, his name is Isa. Isa is the grandson of Zechariah, and his and his uncle is Aaron. And Moses was exist in the time of the Samaritan. So everything in the Quran have nothing to do with us. Quran is just a stupid book made by a stupid idiot. Even the Muslims themselves, they call him illiterate. But look, when Idi from the Deen show, he says the sign why I am created. Why you don't tell them that the Quran says Allah created you because he's sick? He created you for a very simple reason. Simply, he need worshippers. And then he continues saying, it's full of sign for someone who is sincere. What is the purpose of my life? Yeah, to, you know, to kill people and do jihad, and the one who insult the prophet, we kill him, and we go make a refugee, and we make babies, and we don't go to work, and like you converted to Islam just to get a salary, so you don't have a job. When the last time you have a job? And then where I'm going when I died, you want to tell you? According to Muhammad, the 3 angels will come to you in the grave and they will ask you 3 questions. The first question, who is your God? You will say Allah. If you don't say Allah, will hit you with the hammer. And then the second question, what is your religion? You say Islam. If you don't say Islam, they hit you with the hammer. And they show you a picture. The third question, who is this guy? If you don't say it is Muhammad, they will hit you with the hammer. I mean, even the grave is a terrorist grave. And each time they hit you in the hammer, you go 70 cubits down. And they split your head. Where I'm going? Hey, where are you going? And then the Quran, I don't know what this word here, I think this is like I don't know, the word here weird. Ambiguity to it. Who is your creator? What is the purpose? Where are you going when you die? And these signs I'm going to share with one of them with you. If someone who like milk, because milk is raw and organic, if it is a grass-fed animals that is given to you this milk, right?